Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Chips and Talk. I was going to say the subtitle, but I keep forgetting that I have officially kind of stopped using it in the videos and in the podcast title episodes. Let me know how you feel about that. But yes, this is Chips and Talk, episode 52. You might notice I'm using a new camera, and I don't know. It's weird. I think I need to buy a new lens for it. Not new, well, just another lens, because I'm not really getting the effect that I want, but it's okay. It's going to take some time, but I don't know. I feel like this quality is a little bit better. I can't see myself at all because I got the A6400 Sony camera, and I need to buy a new like hook for it or something, a horseshoe adapter as they call it, to effectively move my light away from the little viewfinder, not viewfinder, the little, what do you call it? I don't know what the fuck you call it. The screen, okay, that you use to kind of see yourself while you're recording. The light that I have is right in front of it, and I can I can't see my face. It literally covers my face. I can sort of see everything else, but I'm in frame. I know I'm in frame. And what I do is I set up the camera, I kind of see where I'm going to be, and then I put the light on. And it looks like my light is almost going to die. I don't know. I probably need to start investing in some actual, like, whatever the hell you call it, like lighting or whatever. That is insane. I'm just like, I don't know. I guess at this point, with how much this camera was, I might as well just do it. But I think I'm in focus. What I really want, of course, is I want that blurry background. And I think with the previous camera that I had, because it wasn't that good, I mean, it was good. It's mainly a photography, like photo camera, right? It's not really made for video. And so, like, I think, when I used video for it, it was very serviceable. It's 1080p, like, it's perfectly fine. And, I think it had good video, and it kind of blurred the background a little bit in the back, and it really had a lot of exposure problems, like just depending on what I was doing in front of the camera or whatnot, like it would like, darken in the background or whatnot. So it was varied, but it got the job done. But I don't think it really looked that well, and for some reason, even though it's the same quality, 1080p, I feel like this camera just looks already better. Now, it might just be that the little screen that I'm looking at is just way better than the previous camera that I had, and so it makes me look like way better. And it's also a smaller screen, so the resolution is just going to look much better at a smaller screen than a bigger screen. So I'm not sure. I think I look great. We'll really see. I did a little test yesterday around like 2 a.m. or whatever with the camera, and I found that I was like, this looks great. And it was no lighting at all, no good lighting at all. So I was like, you know what, this is okay. This is okay. The previous camera, like I said, it did blur the background a little bit in the back, but I think it was just a fake effect in order to really just focus on me. And even then, I think the focus on me wasn't as good as it could have been. I will say, though, my earlier videos, they almost look a little bit crisper. Like if you're a huge fan of the superjesusjackson YouTube channel, which is probably where you're listening to this podcast. A lot of the earlier videos that I used to have, I looked super clean, and a lot of that had to do, I think, with the fact that I was so close to the camera, whereas now I'm a little bit farther from my camera. The previous camera that I had, and I don't know, I think it struggles with light, and I don't know, I just don't think it does as good as it should. But then again, I think it primarily was a photo camera, so, I don't really blame it. But this one, the little test that I did do yesterday, like I said, this new camera, I enjoyed the video quality. I think it looks better, which again is just bonkers to me because, like, 1080p is 1080p. Like, it really shouldn't look good or worse, like, for anything. It just is what it is, right? But I think it came out well. And unfortunately for this camera, I have to, because of its size, I have to like kind of be a little bit more standing up like this, which is good, actually. It makes me have better posture. Probably makes me look a little bit taller. But I feel like maybe my mic is not as high as it should be. I probably could bring it up a little bit more, but I don't know. And then when I'm editing, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna have to hunker down. So, but when I'm filming, I have to raise my chair, and there's just all these things, you know, that affect it. But it's all right. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, I think I don't usually film for long periods of time. So like, you know, if I have to keep up my posture or whatever the hell, like it's whatever. But I mean, I do that with my, with my previous camera setup. I would be a little bit lower, and I would just have I would have worse posture. I mean, I don't have really good posture, but at least this one makes me want to be a little bit more straight, and just kind of, and it does make me, you know, makes me move my hands a little bit more, because with the previous camera setup, I would be hunkered down. I could put my arms like this, and so I could just kind of be like this. So I really hope I look good, because it's going to suck. But yeah, there's a lot of things, a lot of pros and cons, and a lot of money is going to be spent. But yeah, in order to get that really good blurry background that a lot of YouTubers have, I have to get a special lens for that, and the lens itself is like $300 or something like that. So it's gonna suck, but it's gonna be worth it. I mean, because it's gonna look really good, right? And it's gonna be a real bokeh effect, as they call it. Yeah, there's a few things that I'm worried, specifically with just the camera and the way that it's going to record. I feel like the file size is just huge. I recorded, I think it was like 3 minutes, and it was already like almost a gigabyte. Like, it's insane. And apparently I have up to an hour to record with my SD card, but I'm just like, what the hell's going on, you know? So it's kind of bizarre to me. I have no idea what's going on. I really don't. I just hope that when I start exporting this video, it's not like fucking 5 gigabytes, because if that's the case, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. I am recording in 60p or whatnot, as they call it. It really has to do with just kind of the frames. So I look pretty snappy. I look pretty realistic, I think. This camera, or the previous camera, recorded at 24p. When I go back to that with this camera, for some reason, the image just looks really like, you know, snappy, like not snappy, just kind of looks like I'm like sliding across. It doesn't look that well. It looks like an old, you know, like when you're shooting video with an old camera. But I think I have to then fix the shutter speed, I believe, or the ISO, or one of those, in order to balance out the effect. So I think that's why it was happening. So hopefully the 60p is not making these files really big, because that's what I'm afraid of. I don't know. The previous camera, the files were really big at first, and then I did this one thing where like I think I don't know, I made the quality a little bit worse. I'm not sure. That's what I'm afraid of. And then I ended up getting, you know, the files are smaller, but maybe the quality is sacrificed. I'm not sure. I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm doing, okay? And my light is officially dying, which is just beautiful. So you're going to see some great lighting, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to record another video, actually, right after I upload this one, because this one's actually late. I'm recording it Sunday, December 25th, 1:09 p.m. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to all of you. But thankfully, this camera does sort of do well in low light. My previous camera did not do well in low light. I mean, it recorded me, and it's fine. But like this one does a little bit better with low light. And I can always fix it in post-production anyway. But yeah, this light is officially dying, which kind of sucks, because I'm not going to be able to get the true vision, the true image that I thought I was going to get. But whatever, it's fine. That I guess, yeah, that's what I've been up to a lot of the times. You know, getting new cameras and whatnot, and just learning about cameras and stuff like that. I'm really not going to be as good as I want. I'm not. I don't know. I'm never going to be like a camera wizard or whatnot. I mean, I think this is as good as it's going to get for me, even though the money that I did spend was probably a little bit more than I needed to. But I think it's good. I think the quality of the camera is good. And again, I just really want that blurry background. And right now, you could pretty much see really effectively my background. Like, you could see pretty well how messy my life is. But, you know, if I get that blurry background, that's going to look better. But the lens is probably not going to get here until, if I do end up buying it, I'm not sure. There's other cameras that I'm looking into that I probably could, you know, exchange for, and those cameras offer the defocus background just snappy, easily, but perhaps it's sort of a gimmick. It's not actually like having the lens, you know, like the real lens that do it. I'm not sure. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I have no idea. I guess as long as I look good, I look good. So I'm sorry this video's all over the place. It's probably because my brain has been all over the place since 3 in the morning last night, trying to figure out, you know, because already this Chips and Talk video is late, as I mentioned. The audio was supposed to be uploaded today, which it will be, and the video is supposed to be uploaded today. Although, I don't know about that. I think I'm going to actually upload this Chips and Talk video, episode 52, next week on Tuesday, just because, you know, I uploaded a video yesterday, and I usually don't like to upload like a video and then immediately follow it up with another video the day after. It just doesn't really let the videos breathe, I think. But I think I might do it on Monday or Tuesday for the video version of Chips and Talk. But the audio will be uploaded today. You'll probably be super busy, you know, with your family members and whatnot. Anyway, you don't need me. But whatever. Another reason why I wanted to upgrade my camera is because I wanted to be able to do videos where I'm standing up, and just still have this camera, you know, have me in focus. I hope I can do that with this camera and just have it be really good with the focus or whatnot, because my previous camera sucked. Like, it was just bad. Like, if I was in the right position, I would be in focus, but if I wasn't, like, I would look terrible. It would look like a dream. It would look blurry. And there's videos I put up on my YouTube channel where I am like that, and it sucks. I try to fix it a little bit with sharpening the image, but it still looks kind of crappy. So I really hope this one does better at that, especially if I get better lighting, or especially if my light that I do have works. And also excuse the sound in the background. My family right now is watching. They're watching a Spanish film, and you know, they don't usually watch movies anymore, but, you know, on Christmas Day, I guess they're watching a film. It might be a little too loud, but denoising the video and the audio will definitely temper that down a bit, so I'm sorry if it does get a little bit too loud. But yeah, I just want to make more videos standing up, and I want to do that. I think they're a little bit more engaging. They're a little bit more fun for me to do. I just hope that the camera can do its job, you know, and have me look good. But yeah, this light right now is dying. I have batteries for it, so, you know, once we're done with this video, it is what it is. It's been many times. It's been like 3 or 4 videos, you know, where like I'll be recording and like just like as the video gets going, it just gets darker and darker. And technically that happens in every single video, if you do notice. Just because, you know, lights start dying. Let me see, does this have good, let me get that good lumbar support. There it is. Oh, that good lumbar support. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Anyways, yeah, I just, getting a new camera is a huge endeavor. It really is. The thing is that the cameras that I have thought about upgrading to, or exchanging for the one that I just bought, the video quality for them is not technically like, apparently they're newer cameras, and they're technically a little bit better, like just feature wise and everything for sure. But the video quality like is just a tiny bit better with this camera that I do have. And that's making me want to be like, well, screw it. I'm just going to go with this one, right? So, I don't know. As much as I love Zack Snyder, those cameras, just kind of the colors are a little bit more, blue. They're just a little darker. Whereas with this camera, the saturation in it is just a little higher, and so it just brings out the color a little bit better. And I'm really a huge fan of color. I think it'd be really interesting to make a Zack Snyder film with color, just because he loves, just those darker tones or whatnot. And right now, I do fear that I am a little bit dark. I will try to fix it post-production, but it's really this light, so I'm sorry, and I don't feel like stopping the video right now and just exchanging the batteries. I really want to see how this is going to play out in real time, because I will be recording one day, and the video won't be as lit as it should be. So I'm just playing it out like I am actually just recording normally. So, but yeah, so it's a very complicated process. I'm sorry for just splurging on all of you. It's just, there's just been so many thoughts in my head, and I've been stressing out. I went to sleep at like 4 a.m. I woke up at like 11. So I got decent hours, 7 hours of sleep. But it's that thing, where like, just because, right now we're in daylight saving time, or no, standard time, I'm sorry. And, it's with our circadian rhythm, like we definitely just, as a human beings, we are meant to be in standard time. Like I was learning a little bit about it a couple weeks ago. We are meant to be in standard time. We are meant to go to sleep at night. That's what we're meant to. Our bodies are just biologically, frameworked that way, which is interesting. And, I find that to be the case, when I would work graveyard. Obviously, it could be very taxing on the body, but also, even just, like I said, going to sleep at 4 a.m. and then waking up at 11, my head just feels weird. It's like my body was like, dude, like you just completely were trying to live about your life when there was no sunlight, when there's no light. And so it's just weird. And I just end up feeling weird in my body. I don't know if you feel that. And here's the thing, it might even be the case that regardless of whether you're a night owl or whatever, you might feel that. Who knows? I'm definitely a night owl. I definitely love to go to sleep super late. The problem is that I just end up feeling kind of like crap when I wake up, and so that's kind of what makes me not want to do that. We are meant to be in standard time, which sucks because the daytime just the sunlight is just much less. At least in the afternoon. Obviously, we have brighter mornings, but the afternoons just become darker and more depressing. And so, while we do get more sleep during standard time, which is interesting, but we come to find that it kind of evens out when, like, or at least the cons of standard time come hither when the afternoons are so kind of gloomy, and it makes us kind of depressing. It kind of makes us depressed, that is. And so then, we do get more sleep, but we're a little bit more depressed because of it. And I used depressed as in, like, just for a lack of a better word, I'm not just going to say sad. It just sounds weird. I'm going to say depressed, even though, of course, you know what I mean. It's not actually the clinical, depression. Although some people with seasonal, seasonal something disorder, I don't know, something, it has something to do with, the seasons. Come wintertime, you start actually clinically feeling more depressed as opposed to in the summer or springtime. But for me, I definitely get the winter blues. I definitely prefer daylight saving time. I just like having more daylight at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. But, tonight or in standard time, it's just even worse. So, it's fairly interesting, but, I get barely any sleep as it is, which is interesting. So, but yeah, so there's been that. I on my YouTube, I recently put out a Zack Snyderverse video saying farewell to the Snyderverse because everything is over. That cinematic universe is done. And so I put out a video kind of in tribute to that, to Zack Snyder and to all the actors involved and all the writers involved with those films that I love very much. And I'm thinking for this next video that I'm going to do, I'm thinking of doing a video talking about Suicide Squad. You know, if this camera looks good, and it looks great, we'll definitely film that video. And I'll get it uploaded somewhat, you know, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that, or Thursday or Friday. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. I do have an editor, but like for some reason, just this past week, it was super bad at work. Like I just got out super late. It was bad. You would think that it would be, you know, the most relaxed time of the year. But it was one of the most stressful, like last week's. Well, I wouldn't say that, but it was more stressful than it needed to be. I will say that. But now, thankfully, I'm in vacation mode, and I can fully sort of enjoy, and sort of not think about stuff, not think about work at least. But man, it was tough. It was tough. But you know, and I'm also doing some other side projects that really cause my YouTube stuff to kind of go in the back and go to the back burner. Although I still get videos out, I still do what I need to do. I still upload a video a week or whatnot. So I very much do what I need to do. But thank you so much for supporting me. I really do. It's fucking Christmas. As you can see, I'm not a big holiday guy. I really am not. I really should be. And when I do have kids, I want to be like, just because I don't want them to grow up like me, a curmudgeon. I don't want to be a Grinch. Or at least I don't want them to be a Grinch. I could be a Grinch, but not them. But yeah, as you can tell, I'm not super festive. I'm not like super into that stuff. Although I did put out a Christmas video. I talked about Alvin and the Chipmunks, which is great. The Chipmunk song, my second favorite Christmas song of all time. But yeah, no, I really hope that you have, just a great day. I hope you're having a great week. I hope you're relaxing. I hope, and if you're working, thank you so much for putting the work in to make the world go around. Really appreciate it. And I know that the podcast is called Chips and Talk, but as you can see, I didn't have any snack today. I just ate, so it's one of those things, right? I just ate, and so no snack for this one. But instead, I ended up talking your ear off about my camera problems and my camera evolution. This is probably the weirdest Chips and Talk I've ever recorded. I just feel like I'm on a test. I feel like I'm in an audition, and I'm nervous, which is weird. Like, I'm usually not nervous when I'm on camera, like, at least on my own. If I was, like, on TV or something, I would be terrified. But no, I'm usually not nervous. I think it's just because I'm, like, just so antsy because I got this new camera, and I'm trying to get it figured out. And getting a new camera, getting any new anything is like just getting a new baby, like getting a new dog. Like, just, you have to learn its personality. You have to learn it, and it's annoying. It's very annoying, but it will be very well worth it. It will be very well worth it. So those were the topics we talked about in this Chips and Talk episode 52 video, podcast episode, whatever. Whether you're on Spotify, Apple Music, thank you so much for listening. Leave that review. That's the greatest Christmas present you could ever give me. Or subscribe to my channel, superjesusjackson. Comment down below. If you have arrived at this channel because of other content that I've done, thank you so much. I do this all for you at the end of the day. Well, no, it's satisfying for me. I love making videos. But ultimately, that engagement with the audience is really what makes it, really, what is it? It's what, it's a circle, like I'm like this, and then that engagement with the audience is like the second half, like it's the thing that brings it all together. And, and really, if it's just one person commenting saying that they really enjoyed my video, or they really enjoyed my thoughts, or they agree with me, or they disagree with me, but they respect my opinion or whatever, like that really makes my day. It really does. That one single comment, because think about it. How many times do you comment on a video? Not often, right? But when you do, it's probably because you really enjoyed the video. But either way, liking the video, watching it, subscribing to the channel, I appreciate it. forever. I really do. Oh. That was interesting. Oh, maybe it was my timer that went off. Went off on my headphones or something. I was like, what the hell? Anyways. But that's it for me. Happy holidays to all of you. Seriously. Thank you so much for your support. I love you very much. I really do. You mean the world to me. But sorry, I'm a little antsy in this one. This is probably the worst freaking video to record on Christmas Day. It's just, there's just so much stuff going on right now in my life, and I'm just so, I hate when things are not, like, going well, like, I just hate it. I mean, they're going well, but they're not, I'm always afraid because they might not go well, and that's literally my entire life. Anyways, okay, thank you so much. Take care. That's it for me. You guys take care, stay safe, and until next time, I love you.